What if Russia had never entered the First World War? What if it had avoided the Bolshevik Revolution, the civil war that followed, and the Red Terror under Lenin and Stalin? What if it had also been spared the particular horrors it endured during the Second World War? Start with the most basic consequence. There would be far more Russians alive today. Across the catastrophes of the 20th century, World War I, revolution, civil war, collectivization, purges, famine, and World War II, estimates of Russian deaths range from 40 to 60 million people. Sit with that number for a moment. That's not just a tragic loss of life. It's the erasure of at least one full generation, possibly two. Demographers estimate that had these millions not died premature deaths, Russia's population today would likely be between 220 and 250 million people. Instead, modern Russia stands at roughly 145 million. The difference is not just numerical, it's civilizational. And it wasn't only the peasantry who perished. Before World War I, Russia was not simply a frozen medieval backwater with 80 to 90% of its population trapped as serfs. That image lingers, but it's outdated. After the humiliating defeat in the Crimean War in the 1850s, at the hands of industrialized Britain and France, the Russian state began to modernize in earnest. The Tsars understood what that defeat meant. Russia could not remain agrarian and survive in a world of railways, factories, and modern armies. Industrialization followed, slow, uneven, and imperfect, but real. A factory-working middle class began to emerge. A capitalist market economy started to take shape. And alongside it grew a remarkably dynamic intelligentsia, excelling in philosophy, science, literature, music, and the arts. Russia was not standing still. It was moving, haltingly but unmistakably, towards something closer to Western Europe and the United States. Even Nicholas II, for all his many and serious failures, not least of which was entering World War I, oversaw the creation of the Duma, a parliamentary body meant, however imperfectly, to expand political representation beyond the autocracy. It wasn't democracy as we'd recognize it today, but it was a movement in that direction. Taken together, these trends suggest a Russia that might have evolved, slowly, messily, but peacefully, into a major modern power, not unlike Britain, France, or even the United States. A country with a large population, a strong middle class, vibrant institutions, and a deep cultural tradition, unbroken by terror and mass death. Instead, history took a darker path. The Russia we know today is a country shaped by demographic collapse, institutional trauma, and the destruction of its own elites. The consequences of that lost century still echo in politics, in culture, and in Russia's relationship with the world. It's difficult not to look at this counterfactual and feel a sense of tragedy. Not nostalgia for czars or denial of Russia's real problems, but mourning for a future that was violently cut off. A stronger, freer, more populous Russia might have been one of the great stabilizing forces of the modern world. Instead, we're living in the aftermath